beautiful, Raji. Thank you.
So what we're doing here is, well, I had to get up out of Robin's way so he could turn around. If I don't get ran over, what we're doing here is we're finishing the clear cut up. I'm wrapping around the edge of the clear cut, and I'm getting this cut finished up. That this is basically what I'm working on, Brutus here. I'm on about the last 15 trees of this job down here. Now, I do got a corner to go after that I didn't want to put in this video. I probably should have, but I didn't want to put in this video. I wanted to save for its own. Where I went up and I cut about 6 or 8 trees up by the county road, and I actually loaded them on a log truck with Brutus. So come back and check that out when I get that video done. I think you all like it. I actually get Chris. I was up on a bank. I didn't load level for level. I was up on a bank, and a log truck was down below me, and I loaded the trees on Chris when he come through, and then I think I loaded him 2 small log truck loads of trees full length to go to the boom, and he just hauled them to the knuckle boom through the truck road. But what I'm showing here is, in that peeing right there, that's not hydraulic oil, that's my air conditioner peeing. But we're cutting ahead, or we're getting a cut on the ground, and Roger's got a little awkward situation here because he's got to pass Tiny skidding when he gets to grabbing these trees that I got. Up here on the side here. And I think we also, I didn't get it on film, but we also had to get down below the crossing down there because the crossing started to really go to crap on Robin because the water's backing up in it and it wasn't draining. Now we're hauling small loads on Tiny. You can see that's a pretty small load he's got on there. Them some small loads we're putting on this truck to save this soft ground we got so the ground lasts till the end of this project. Although it don't look like real small loads, but they're pretty small loads compared to what we normally haul on it. At the end of this video, if you get sick of seeing this shot or whatever I'm doing here, that I just play with my camera here, if you get sick of this, skip towards the end of the video. I do a good comparison between the truck and the skidder. The skidder skidding through the same place as the truck's hauling, and you can see the speed difference between a fast skidder, a spunky skidder, and actually that truck, which is, there is actually no comparison, but it is neat. It was neat to see that. But I'll get off here because there ain't a lot to talk about. You could tell that's some wet ground. Roger's coming out of the bottom out of some wet stuff down there. You can see his tires on Robin's truck road. It is really, really wet. We're fighting this thing. Now, it turned out great. We get it put back together when we get done logging here, but I didn't get it covered. So y'all have to take my word for it. If you don't want to take my word for it, that's fine. But, I mean, it did get put back right responsibly and got put back right. And Stevie had to put it back with the din-din. You'll see here in the road here in a little bit. Towards the end of this video, you see how bad the road was getting. But we had to want to get it finished up, knocked out, cleaned up, and put back together before the next rain comes through there, because this is about as wet as she's getting.
Oh, it's muddy. We'll win it though. We'll get this. This truck ain't like a skidder. It can handle the mud. But we're just gonna have a lot to put back when we get done. Now, when the mud gets like this, it takes a dent in. It takes an excavator to put it back. You can't waller in at the dozer and put it back. Oh, heck yeah. Well, it's gonna work. This'll work. God, what a... That truck is amazing. Now, if you coming through this with a skidder, no. That truck, look where I'm walking on it. It's still soft where I'm walking. Now skidder, it digs down. Oh yeah, we got this. See the amount of wood that skidder's bringing up. We'll get Tiny back here in a minute and you'll see how much wood's going out with him. And look how hard Roger has to fight to pull these up there. Man, when you're dragging them as opposed to hauling them, it's a big difference in economics. He's just grinning. Oh man. There ain't no doing that with a skidder. You can say all you want. We're climbing up a hill. This ain't flat ground. He's climbing out here on a hillside in this kind of mud. Them pines are feeding it. It's a weird situation. Them pines are feeding this mud down here. And it rained last night a little bit.
Now, if you back up to the beginning of this and look, when I started the two of them together, just back up and look, you'll see that it actually is favoring Raji more than it is Tiny. I'm actually in Raji's shot, I'm about 20 foot closer to the skidder than I am in Robin's shot. I'm farther up the hill with Robin's shot. But look how much faster the truck left me.
Of course, most people tell you don't want to show the public things like this. And I'm showing you all. This does happen. Very seldom. Probably once a year we end up in this kind of situation. But with these pines feeding it, this happened. Now, the reason we done this is we thought there's more rain coming and we finally got ourselves mudded in. And that's a problem when you get yourself mudded in. But now with the rain, they backed the rain off. There's no more rain coming. We know we're gonna win this battle. It is not pretty. There is nothing pretty about this, but we're gonna win this battle. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all, but that's what this daggone truck can do.
And I don't mean to sit there and keep dwelling on it, but the power to weight ratio on Roger's skidder is very strong. The reason we use that old skidder like we do is because it is so powerful compared to the weight it has. So that skidder is a quick skidder that you're watching. Roger's skidder is. It's a very quick skidder. I don't recall any skidder that's a decent sized skidder any quicker. No, You're not gonna, not that I know of. I've ran most all the skidders, but that's about the spunkiest skidders you're gonna see on Rogers skidder. So there's your comparison, speed-wise. That's your ground speed-wise comparison. Pretty impressive. Pretty daggone impressive. Now, that's in the worst case scenario. Now, you get out of that scenario, as soon as he got up the top of the hill, as soon as that truck gets to the top of the hill, it starts bop, 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 banging gears. The skidder's got its best chance at what you just seen. That's the closest the skidder does to keeping up with the truck, is in a situation like that. When the truck finally slows down to where it's closer to the speed of a skidder. But then as soon as he gets to the top of the hill, turns the wheel headed towards the yard, and bop, 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 there goes that truck, you know what I mean? You know. So I hope y'all like this. Let me know what you think of Tiny and the skidder comparison and all that stuff. And then I'll leave you alone. If you need anything, loggerway.com. Hit all the buttons and like, subscribe, and all that stuff. And don't forget to ring my bell. And everybody, don't forget to smile. Later on.